Hey everyone, it's Calvin, and for this video I am going to be starting a video series of my absolute favorite game for the PlayStation. And in all honesty, probably one of my favorite games ever. It is going to be my playthrough slash walkthrough of Final Fantasy IX. Now, this game was, way back in 2000 it came out. So, it's been about 15 years, maybe a little bit more, since this game has come out. And I had to say that with my new recording device, I am going to be able to do a lot of these older games that I fell in love with on the PlayStation. And I made this one my first one because, like I said a few seconds ago, this is my absolute favorite game on the PlayStation. I think it was more well done than Final Fantasy VII, which I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that from the older generation, because if you don't know, on the PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII was the game to have. Now, I might be aging myself a little bit, but I was in elementary school when this came out, so it took me a few years to beat. When I first got it, I wasn't really into video games, so it wasn't. I don't think I actually beat it until I was in middle school. So when I was more into games, it just, to me, this was a better game than Final Fantasy VII. I didn't have a PlayStation really when Final Fantasy VII came out. So, and in all honesty, I remembered a lot of what was going on. I was able to find a lot of the hidden items right away. I remembered that there's something that I want from the boss. I won't reveal it yet. But a lot of this game, my recommendation is to try and plan 5 steps ahead of yourself. You can't do it if you don't know what's going on, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you that there are going to be things that you need to prepare for ahead of time. And hopefully my video series will keep you a few steps ahead of the game, because that's how you really beat games well. We're introducing the first character. I'm not really sure how to say his name, so I'm going to take a whack at it. Zidane. That's how I say it. If it's not correct, whatever. It's not like any of these guys have voices. And here is the introductory battle. Don't use any potions, don't use anything unless you absolutely have to. This boss is not that hard. He can be annoying because, unfortunately, you're gonna have to steal something from him. It is called the Mage Masher. It is the next upgrade for Zidane's dagger, and I would highly recommend stealing it from him, because not only does it have a stronger attack, you need to learn the abilities on this dagger before a certain boss that is coming up relatively quick. He should be maybe my 3rd or 4th video. Maybe later down. It depends how I break it up, but he's coming relatively quick, and that boss has Zidane's next dagger, which again you need to learn all the abilities on before you get to another certain point. And I'm sorry for the video quality. I didn't notice this when I was recording it, but sometimes it gets a little blurry. I'm sorry for that. Not much I can do. I think it's just my game recorder, or the memory stick that I put it on. If you didn't notice, China or China or whatever his name is fainted or died, whatever you want to call it. I'm not gonna bother reviving him. The masked man does it anyway for you, and he doesn't really die, so it doesn't matter. This battle it didn't matter really. All it really mattered for was that Mage Masher. That's what you needed. And in the next cutscene, I guess I wasn't really paying attention because that took a few seconds longer than I wanted it to, but not a great video editor. Jeez, holy crap. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why it's getting blurry like that. If it's not on YouTube, when I was recording the narration it was. I'm not sure if it's going to show up later or not. But you meet the whole group. You got Blank, Marcus, Jenna, and Baku. Baku is the boss. I won't give the spoiler out yet about Baku. You're going to find it out relatively quickly. But in this cutscene, it's going to give you not really a cutscene. This choice right here. You can either kidnap the princess or kidnap the queen. If you pick kidnap the queen, I think it's some ridiculous amount, like 100 times. You'll meet another character who will bust in, and I don't remember if you actually get anything or it's just an additional scene. But her name is Ruby. You'll meet her relatively quickly. She plays no real significance in the story, but she'll give Zidane a hard time, and it's just kind of funny, but I don't have time, nor do I want to spend the time clicking the Queen Braheen option 100 times. If you want to see the scene, that's totally up to you. But this is the end of my movie, and I hope you guys enjoyed the start of my Final Fantasy IX movie. Have a good night, guys.